Hello and welcome to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of San Diego section basketball. It's a Western League showdown between two of the top teams in the San Diego section, the St. Augustine Saints visiting the Cathedral Catholic Dons. The Saints 8-2 on the season, the Dons 12-2. Thomas, these are two of the premier programs in all of San Diego, and they're meeting together in the first league game for both teams. The schools aren't even back in session yet. And we get to see a great matchup in front of a sold-out crowd here at Cathedral Catholic High School. 2,500 people in attendance. Should be quite an affair.
Yeah, both schools coming off impressive tournament runs in the non-conference schedule. And right now meeting together here for their first league game is really going to set the standard for the rest of the year as far as seeding says. You really want to get that advantage because both teams are in a tough league, as Lincoln is the third big component of this league, and you really want to get ahead of the league right now with a big win here on opening night.
Yeah, you talk about it. You don't want to go 0-2 to begin league play, as in the Western League, the top three teams in San Diego are all in the same league. So there's going to be a lot of battles, and if you want to win that league, getting into an 0-1 hole to start league play is not the way you want to do it. Folks, the starters first for the Cathedral Catholic Dons, we've got number 5, Michael Rosenberg, J.J. Sellner, number 15, number 20, Nick Prunty, number 23, Xavier Williams, and number 25, Brandon Michelle. All of those players seniors. We'll take a moment here for the prayer. The prayer and the national anthem are done, and the teams are ready to be introduced. in front of a standing room only crowd at Cathedral Catholic High School, where the Cathedral Catholic Dons will play host to the St. Augustine Saints in the first Western League battle for both of these schools. 8-2 on the year are the Saints of St. Augustine, 12-2 the Dons of Cathedral Catholic. Two of the best teams in the San Diego section squaring off as the schools get done with winter break. They're not back to school yet. Both schools go back on Monday, but that didn't stop the crowd from showing up here in Del Mar.
No, it's a great matchup. When these two schools play in any sport, you're going to get a lot of attention. We all know about the football wars that are legendary here in San Diego County, and I think basketball is going to turn into that, especially this year, as both of these teams expect their squads to go pretty far in the state and local tournament.
Well, right now the teams are being introduced. We had a moment, to mention the starters for the Dons of Cathedral Catholic. Now we'll look at the starters for the St. Augustine Saints. The point guard, a senior, number 1, Nate Samaniego. A senior, number 2, Drew Madsen. Trey Kell is a junior, number 3. Number 4, Brent Jones, a senior. And number 11, Brenton Lamar, also a senior. So out of the 10 starters for these two schools, 9 seniors. So these guys very familiar with one another. They battle each year for a league title and for CIF titles. And a lot of leadership out there.
Yeah, and they won't be rattled with the large crowd, and that's really key for both coaching staffs. Is they can pretty much put these two squads in any situation, and you're going to get very few turnovers by them. It's going to be more created by the top flight defenses by both teams.
The Dons and Saints, both Catholic schools, so we had a prayer before the game began, and then the national anthem. So something that's unique to these couple of schools here in this section. They've been playing each other for as long as anyone can remember, and a few battles each year. I was able to play in 6 of these games during my time in high school, so I know how heated it can get out there. But these teams, mutual respect for one another, and they're going to be excited for a dogfight tonight.
Yeah, I'm sitting between a Saints graduate and a Cathedral/Uni graduate. So I'm playing, I got to be peacemaker here, so let's have a fair fight, guys.
Brian Bilvin and Thomas Conroy coming to you live from Cathedral Catholic High School. Daryl Maison, our videographer, and the St. Augustine graduate that Thomas was referring to, Finn Prendergast, our producer. The teams are out on the floor. The starters are shaking hands with one another. The Dons coached by Will Cunningham, and the St. Augustine Saints are coached by Mike Hopt. The Dons in the white jerseys with red numbering and yellow trim. The Saints in the purple jerseys with white numbering and gold trim. Xavier Williams and Drew Madsen will meet at center court for the jump ball, which is won by the Saints, and the ball's handled by senior point guard Nate Samaniego. He gets it left wing, Brenton Lamar. Lamar, one of the key components for the St. Augustine team, and he's going to get called for a charge. Offensive foul on the first play of the game. Nick Prunty doing a nice job stepping into the lane and taking the foul for the Dons.
Yeah, he recognized immediately that Lamar beat his man, was coming straight to the goal, slid over and really held his feet nicely there to get in front of him to cause that offensive foul.
Dallas Hopp checks into the game for the Saints, replacing Lamar. Left wing Brandon Michelle for 3, no good. Rebound is off and handled by Brent Jones. Nate Samaniego is going to try to push it up the floor for the Saints. The Dons are in a 2-3 zone, and we're going to have another offensive foul against the Saints. And again, that's Nick Prunty stepping in to take that foul. Drew Madsen gets called with the personal.
Yeah, he got a little too physical getting down low in the box there, Brian, and got a little too aggressive with the defender as he knocked him over, making his offensive move.
2 possessions for the Saints. 3-pointer top key by Xavier Williams off the mark. The rebound handled by Trey Kell. But in 2 times down the floor for St. Augustine, they've been called for 2 offensive fouls, both going right at number 20, Nick Prunty. Right baseline, 3-pointer, good. Brent Jones with the triple. And the Saints are on the board.
Nice patience by Saints. Allowed for that open 3, and they hit it easily.
And a steal by the Saints. They're pushing it up the floor. Samaniego leading the court. And we're going to have a foul, I believe, on the floor. I think they're going to get Xavier Williams with a reach in there.
Yeah, all coaches will tell you, do never guard with your hands. And that's exactly what happened there with Williams as the senior guard, Samaniego, came right on top of him immediately as he drove the lane.
The first personal and first team foul against the Dons goes to Xavier Williams. St. Augustine will lose the ball. The thief, Brandon Michelle, and Michelle gets it off to Nick Prunty for a deep three-pointer. The lefty off the mark, rebounded to Brent Jones, but Brandon Michelle, we're going to see him get a number of steals here tonight. A great defensive back in football and a solid defender. That's a major block by Brandon Michelle, coming in with that left hand and getting the block.
Yeah, Red Madsen going on the baseline and got up high with some good hops there for the block.
Williams off the mark on the free throw line jumper. The rebound to the Saints. Samaniego gets it to Lamar, and Lamar looking for Kell down to Madsen. Nice ball movement, but we're going to have a tie-up underneath the basket.
Yeah, great intensity there by Rosenberg to tie up Madsen. A little pushing and shoving underneath the basket, but turnover on possession goes back to Cathedral with the tie-up. So nicely done there by Rosenberg.
6:11 left to play here in the first quarter. The first of 4 8-minute quarters to decide who goes 1-0 to start Western League play. Top key, Xavier Williams looking to create. The Saints playing man-to-man defense here against the Dons. Niksha Federico into the game for the Dons along with Parker Holland. That's Brandon Michelle with the spin move. He's going to get called for a walk. That was an easy call for the officials there.
Yeah, right now I'm sensing both teams are over anxious right now on the court, not playing smart. Got to get into the game a bit, and that's one of the problems when you have this type of rivalry to start off your season. Both teams have really kind of circled it at the beginning of the start of their season and really looking forward to playing this game.
Niksha Federico with the steal and went up trying to get the dunk, but he was fouled. He had visions of a tomahawk there. Instead, he'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
Yeah, bad pass there by the freshman Eric Monroe. Kind of threw it up there. That was an easy steal for Federico, and he knew exactly once he grabbed the ball, he was going straight to the goal. Was not looking to pass that off.
Federico, the leading scorer for the Dons, comes off the bench and is averaging close to 16 points a game as he hits the first free throw. And knocks them both down. A pure shooter. Like I said, Federico, almost 16 points a game this season. He was the MVP of the West Hills tournament earlier this year, a tournament in which the Dons beat the Saints by 12 points in the first matchup between the two teams earlier this year. But in front of 2,500 people, standing room only, this is anybody's ball game. 3-2, the Saints on top.
Yeah, you've seen a little bit better play. Both teams now settling into the game as each of them have gotten their first points of the contest.
Samaniego lost the handle on it. Williams comes away with the loose ball. He's leading the transition down the other way. Michelle from the corner, 3-ball, got it.
Oh, nicely done there. Williams penetrated the lane, attracted the defense towards him. That allowed the Michelle to set up for the three.
Another steal by the Dons. Michelle with the pull-up jumper, no good, but the rebound still loose, taken by Michelle. Brandon Michelle's put back, no good as well, but then he gets another offensive rebound, and the three on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Dons, fourth of the possession. They tried to make it 5, couldn't get any of the putbacks to go, and Michelle's going to get called with a silly foul there, but 4 offensive rebounds during that trip down the floor, and the Dons come away with nothing.
Yeah, over-aggressiveness there by Michelle. Should have went back, got into his zone, started playing defense from there, tried to make a play with his stealing ability, and that time just got over-aggressive and a silly foul for him.
4:45 left to play here in the first quarter from Cathedral Catholic High School. The Saints in the purple jerseys. The left wing is Johnny Peterson. Now Samaniego he's going to get a call with a double dribble there. Thought about the pass, picked up the dribble, and then went right back to the floor with it. So another turnover for the Saints.
Well, he had Brett Jones open it in the corner, on the far corner. Brian elected to look for a moment to pass it to him, then elected not, and then he traveled as obviously he picked up the ball.
Federico thought about shooting there, instead took it to the basket, lost his footing, but Prunty was there to get the ball as Parker Holland three-pointer from deep, and it's good.
Yeah, right now you're seeing early the Dons are going to bring that defense out by taking advantage of hitting some threes here early on.
Rosenberg is going to get called with a foul there on the reach-in. Third foul on the Dons. First on Michael Rosenberg.
And that's key because you don't want to heading into the penalty situation by creating all the fouls here early on in the quarter.
4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Top key, that's Lamar. The Dons with that matchup zone and a 3-ball. That's the second three-pointer good for Brent Jones. He has all 6 of the points here for the Saints in the early goings.
Well, Lamar, great recognition. Recognized the double team, quickly got it out to his teammate Jones for the 3.
Reed Johnson gets it out to Prunty, and now Federico from the top of the key. No good. Rebound, Madsen. Samaniego's thinking about pushing it up the other way, and he does. Coast-to-coast finish. And Nate Samaniego gets on the board, and we're tied up at 8.
Well, that's what he does best, Samaniego. Challenges that defense, challenges them to make a play on him as he went to the basket untouched.
Michael Rosenberg will run the point. The Saints still in that man-to-man defense. The Dons been playing the matchup zone on the other side. It's a little contrasting styles in the type of defense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Rosenberg down low, looking for Holland, and now down low again. Great feed. Bounce pass from Parker Holland to Reed Johnson for an easy bucket under the basket.
Yeah, the freshman getting a lot of good minutes here early on in the season for the Dons. He could be a key factor the whole season as he learns, as he develops here at the varsity level.
Three-pointer on the way again. Brent Jones. Brent Jones with his third three-pointer of the game, and the Saints are back on top.
Yeah, confidence. Step back away from the defense to get that open 3. Nicely played there by Jones.
Holland thought about the three-pointer, instead reset the offense. Now Johnson down low again off the glass. Reed Johnson's got another.
Yeah, you leave him open, he's going to hit that basket. A great move inside the lane untouched and nicely off glass.
Jones again, no good this time. Showing that he is human. Federico from the corner, no good. Rebound Johnson, and then Madsen with a nice play to knock it off of the Dons ball handler there. He hit it right off of Jones's leg.
Yeah, he hit it.
Johnson.
He's senior taking advantage of the freshman right there with a little move right there. Great position by Johnson to get the rebound, couldn't control it, and then Madsen knocked it away off of him for the turnover.
The Dons going to the full court press here, trying to get some offense going from the defensive end. They've forced a ton of turnovers. Three-pointer on the way, Samaniego, no good. Offensive rebound for the Saints. Nice job there by Jack Drapp, getting in great position. Now Trey Kell is going to take it to the basket and finish. Great finish by Kell, and the Saints retake the lead. 1:30 to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, none of those offensive players got really rattled by the press.
Nice take by Xavier Williams over the left-hand side, finishing off the glass. And it's back and forth. We've got our 5th lead change in the first quarter. The Saints turn that one over. The Dons have had 5 players score here in the first quarter, the Saints 3.
Yeah, and I like both coaches are using their bench heavily here in the first quarter to keep fresh players out there with this high tempo.
1:10 left to play here in the first quarter. Cathedral Catholic looking to extend its lead. Brandon Michelle being defended by Samaniego. Right wing. Strong take, finger roll, and a pretty finish off the glass. Brandon Michelle adds to that three-pointer he had earlier to give the Dons a 3-point lead.
Yeah, recognized he had the step advantage on the defense, went to the goal hard, and made a nice play.
The Dons stay in that 1-3-1 zone here. Pull-up jumper, Brent Jones cannot be stopped. That's 11 first-quarter points for Brent Jones, the 6'2" senior guard for the Saints.
Yeah, showed you he could move to the basket. Nice power move to the goal for the layup.
Shot clock is off. It's a 1-point Dons lead with 15 seconds left to play in the quarter. Prunty thought about the 3-ball. Instead, kicks it out to Parker Holland. And Holland tried to rush it. The Saints crowd might have gotten his head there. Trey Kell pull up at the corner, no good. But it looked like Parker Holland tried to do a little too much too quickly as the Saints fans were saying 3-2-1. There was about 5 seconds left on the clock. He turns it over, and the Saints got a shot at the end of the quarter. But after 1 quarter of play, it's the Dons of Cathedral Catholic 16, the St. Augustine Saints 15. It's PlayOnSports.com's coverage of San Diego section basketball.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchup like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Then tell your school to sign up for Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Brian Vilvin and Thomas Conroy coming to you live from Cathedral Catholic High School. A standing room only crowd, 2,500 plus in attendance at the Claver Center, Cathedral Catholic High School. The first quarter was very up-tempo. We had a lot of turnovers in the early goings and then a lot of baskets and a lot of sharp shooting as the quarter wore on. Brent Jones lightened it up from beyond the arc for the Saints. He had 3 threes and 11 points in that first quarter. For the Dons, they sped it around. The leading scorer, Brandon Michelle, with 5 points, but 5 Dons in the scorebook. Jones again for 3, this time off the mark. And both teams fighting for the loose ball. We're going to have a foul called. I believe they're going to get Nick Prunty with a foul on a hustle play. That's a play. Hard to see an official call a foul on that one when 2 guys are diving for the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, I know it's a referee underneath the basket, Brian, and I don't know how he can call that when he had 3 players in front of him. So how could he get a good look on that when the back ref didn't even blow his whistle?
Well, Prunty was upset to begin with and then just got over it because that's all you can do as Trey Kell's off the mark. Nice offensive rebound. Jones, count the basket. He's fouled in the act of shooting. He'll go back to the line, and he'll try to get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Well, Coach Cunningham, initially his defense is really to shut down Lamar, and they've done a nice job as he has 0 points. But they're going to have to put somebody on Brent Jones because the senior, with his foul shot pending, has 13 points in the game. They can't leave him open.
He misses the free throw, so the Saints lead is 1 as Xavier Williams comes away with the board. 3-pointer on the way. Michael Rosenberg, no good. A rebound, Trey Kell. Brenton Lamar now gets it to Kell. Jumper on the way. No good. Knocked out of bounds. I believe that was last touched by Jack Drapp. And the Dons will have the ball back.
Yeah, Drapp tried to come over the top there to get an offensive rebound. Tipped it out of bounds.
Brandon Michelle trying to take it baseline. The handle is stripped, and Samaniego comes away with the loose ball. Nate Samaniego leading the break the other way. Brent Jones, 3, got it!
Great penetration by Samaniego, brought the defense towards him. He got it out to Jones, for the open 3, and he is on fire here in the first half with now 16 points. Unbelievable
16 points. We're not even 10 minutes into this game. 3-pointer on the way. Prunty off the mark. The rebound was knocked out of bounds. The officials say it was off of St. Augustine, so the Dons will retain possession underneath their basket. St. Augustine with the largest lead of the game for either team. It's 4 at 20-16.
Yeah, they have 20 points.
It's the Brent
16.
Jones show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brent Jones has as many points as the Dons right now. Xavier Williams has the ball knocked away by Trey Kell as he was looking for Prunty in the corner. And we're going to have 3 new Dons on the floor.
Great hands there by Kell Bryan. Get it, be active in the passing lane, and he deflected that pass out of bounds.
Brent Jones getting it done.
And you might see Coach Cunningham saying, you may want to get familiar with number 4. We need to guard him.
Don't let him shoot. Speaking of guys you don't want shooting, Niksha Federico with the 3. You got to keep an eye on him. He is as good a three-point shooter as there is in the section, and he made Saints pay right there.
Yeah, he's a shooter. He kept on shooting until he got his stroke going. He may be getting it here in the second quarter.
1-point game. Just the kind of game we were hoping for. Jones right wing against the zone by the Dons, and they get another steal. The Dons have forced a ton of turnovers. Three-pointer, Parker Holland, no good. Nice strong rebound there by Drew Madsen.
Yeah, good look at the basket by Parker Holland, just kind of in and out it.
It's Brent Jones at the top of the key, 2-3 zone by the Dons. Samaniego in the corner looking for Kell. Kell's going to be fouled. Almost went, but he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, and if Kell could have looked, he got the double team. He had a good look at the basket, but all alone on the far corner beyond the 3 mark was Brent Jones. And that could be scary. So going to the line now is Trey Kell, the junior, 6'4" guard. And he makes his first free throw. Eric Monroe coming back in, the freshman point guard for St. Augustine, as Kell makes his second.
Kell perfect on both free throw attempts to give St. Augustine a 3-point lead here as the Dons come back the other way. Pull-up jumper good by Xavier Williams.
And that's what the Dons fans are banking on, as their top scorers, Williams and Federico, get hot here in the second quarter.
Another steal by the Dons. This time it's Michael Rosenberg. He finds Federico again. And 2 Saints players were flying towards it. Federico put it on the deck, took it toward the basket, had a good look, and missed the runner. St. Augustine in transition the other way. Lamar left baseline. Kicks it out to Jones. Jones, pull-up jumper, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound, Madsen. And another board by Madsen, but the ball goes off of the Dons. So that's the second time we've seen Drew Madsen get in position and throw the ball off of a Dons player leg.
He is tough to get out of that block. I mean, he gets underneath that board there on the offensive end, and he is tough to move away from the basket, as he kind of is controlling the rebounding here for the Saints and even for the Dons right now. He's been a force there underneath the basket.
It is a 1-point St. Augustine lead, 4:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Live from Cathedral Catholic High School, where the Dons and the Saints are locked up in a great battle. The crowd is on their feet and being treated to a very nice basketball game. Trey Kell from the right wing gets it to Brenton Lamar. Deep three, good.
Boy, great recognition right there by the 2 Saints players, and Lamar hitting that open 3.
Brandon Michelle tried to respond there. Instead puts it on the deck. Spin move, finger roll, no good. Offensive rebound, Dons. Nick Prunty from the left wing, got it. And the Dons respond right back. Prunty's first bucket of the game.
Yeah, both teams are into this battle now. They're playing very well.
Three-pointer on the way. The freshman got it, Eric Monroe. It's raining three-pointers at Cathedral Catholic High School. And the St. Augustine, the pit they call them, the cheering section, the student cheering section that Finn Prendergast once belonged to, is letting the Dons players know that Eric Monroe is just a freshman. 4-point St. Augustine lead. Both teams just lighting it up from beyond the arc. 3:35 left to play. Federico behind his back. It's blocked by Lamar. Madsen comes away with the board. The Saints trying to push it the other way.
Yeah,
Monroe nearly lost the handle. Excuse me. Three-pointer. Kell got it. Another three-pointer.
Third in a row for St. Augustine, as they have now their biggest lead of the game, Brian. 7 points, 31-24.
The Dons looking to respond, but they've got to realize you don't have to shoot three-pointers to get back in this. Hard to imagine with both teams shooting threes so well. Michelle, three, got it!
And that was almost NBA range right there with that three.
This is unbelievable. Trey Kell pull up from the free throw line. Nobody can miss right now.
Yeah, but he took a two-pointer. Does that even count?
Steal by Brent Lamar. Takes away from Michelle. Leads the break the other way. And one! What a finish by Brenton Lamar. He's going to go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. A fantastic finish by the senior, headed to Davis next year. And the Saints have a chance to take a 9-point lead here with this free throw.
Yeah, averages 19.6 a game, Lamar does. And he showed you right there. Stole the basketball, got his hands active in the passing lane, then took it straight to the goal on the defender with a teammate on his left side, and more importantly, got the basket and the three-point play opportunity.
The Dons take a 30-second timeout with 2:37 left to play here in the first half. In a game where the shooting has just been lights out, Thomas, I can't remember seeing a game where both teams shot this well from outside.
Yeah, and really, I couldn't even project this would happen after the way both of these teams started. They both looked tentative offensively, not really sure what they wanted to do, whether they wanted to go inside to their big men or shoot it from the outside. And then right here, once they got involved in this contest, it's been lights out shooting from both sides. As you really can't, obviously we can pick out Brent Jones keeping St. Augustine in the game, but on Cathedral side, they have Michelle, Williams, and Federico hot right now.
Lamar misses the free throw. Four players on both teams have hit three-pointers. So we've had 8 different players on the court hit threes. Federico from way downtown, no good. Rebound goes to St. Augustine. Samaniego left wing. And now Lamar lost the handle on it. There's a fight near midcourt, and we're going to have a backcourt violation called against the Saints. I think Niksha Federico might have got away with a little push there around midcourt.
I was just going to say that. You're exactly right. He got him below the hips right there, and really you have to give the offensive player an opportunity to come down. He did not, but you got a lucky break right there. The Cathedral does here as they bring it up court.
Prunty. Now to Rosenberg on the right wing. The Saints have moved to a 2-3 zone of their own. And it works out there as Prunty shots off the mark and Samaniego comes away with the board.
Yeah, nice rebound by Samaniego. 5'9", going up with the big boys.
Now it's Brent Lamar at the top of the key. The Dons have moved to a man-to-man defense, so the two teams trading philosophies here. Michelle for 3, got it! Of course, that's his third three-pointer of the game. Brandon Michelle has got 11 points.
Yeah, well, the senior recognized he had a step advantage on the defender, stepped back and got that open 3. Nicely done.
Kell off the mark for the Saints. Federico with the rebound, pushing it the other way. Thinking about 3 points himself. Instead, strong take to the bucket. A little double pump fake and a finish. Federico with 2 points.
Yeah, looked very comfortable going into the basket. All the talk is about his outside shooting. Right there, went strong into the goal. Nicely done by Federico.
Three-pointer on the way. Lamar, top key. Looked like a swish. Instead, it was an air ball. Off the net and out of bounds. Jake Ryan tried to save it from falling out of bounds, but the Dons will get it back. It's a one-possession game all of a sudden. It was just an 8-point St. Augustine lead, but after a couple of trips down the court without scoring, and the Dons scoring in both of their possessions, it's 35-32 with under a minute left to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you got a feeling both teams will not be comfortable with any lead that they have here tonight until the final buzzer is blown.
Rosenberg, strong take, had a look at a finish, instead kicked it out to Williams. I think Williams thought Rosenberg was just going to go for that one.
Boy, and he got hammered as he went to the basket, Williams. No foul called.
Lamar, strong take to the bucket. Niksha Federico volleyball spikes that one for the block, and a 3 the other way, no good.
And that would have been the Hollywood ending, but it just went short for Federico. Didn't have his feet set beyond the 3.
Who's that guy's volleyball coach?
I think he's in the house tonight.
14 seconds left. St. Augustine's going to play for the last shot of the half. They've got a 3-point lead and the basketball. And now we're going to have a foul. That's the second foul on Michelle.
And, Brian, those are the fouls that coaches agonize over because he didn't need to do it. He picked up a stupid foul with 6.4 to go before a half, and that always comes back to haunt you in the second half when you're sitting on the bench because you're in foul trouble. Michelle, again, over-aggressive defensively, has to calm down on the defensive side. The steals will come. You don't have to force everything and try to get in the passing lane each offensive opportunity for St. Augustine.
Lamar hits the front end of the bonus, so he'll get the second free throw attempt. That free throw gives St. Augustine a 4-point lead, 6 seconds left to play in the half. So when the Dons get the ball back here, they'll have to push it up the floor in a hurry. Lamar perfect on both free throws. 6 seconds left in the half. Rosenberg bringing it up the court, thinking about three. Looked like he may have been fouled. Instead, underneath, big shot, Federico with a rebound on the three-pointer and a putback as the time expired. The officials say it's good, and the Dons get a bucket at the buzzer.
Saints falling asleep at right underneath the basket there, as they got an easy basket. Cathedral at the buzzer, and Mike Hopp is going to really talk to his squad about playing until you hear the final buzzer, because that was an easy basket for Federico.
So that is going to do it for the first half of play. St. Augustine with the first half advantage. They lead Cathedral Catholic 37-34. Folks, don't go anywhere. The PlayOnSports.com halftime show will begin in just a few moments. Again, St. Augustine 37, Cathedral Catholic 34 at the break. Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of San Diego section basketball. It's the Western League opener for the St. Augustine Saints and the Cathedral Catholic Dons. St. Augustine leading Cathedral Catholic 37-34 at the halftime break. And Thomas, you were talking about it, 13 three-pointers combined between these two teams in the first half.
Unbelievable. And you could take it and separate it in quarters. In the first quarter, it was St. Augustine's Brett Jones show. And in the second quarter, it was Brandon Michelle who had 2 threes, but they were really big threes to keep during that time when St. Augustine upped their lead at 1 point to 9 points in the quarter.
The 37-34 advantage, just a 3-point advantage. St. Augustine had a 5-point advantage with 6 seconds to play in the half. And then as Michael Rosenberg missed the 3-pointer at the buzzer, Niksha Federico was right there for the offensive board and a putback. And those 2 points could be huge as we play out here in the second half.
Oh, I can imagine Mike Hopp and his coaching staff did not talk about the lack of box out right there, because Federico was circling from the top of the key, came down the baseline, and got that easy rebound and put it up off glass, just as you said, as the quarter was expiring.
40 points combined between the two teams in the second quarter. Just filling it up from the outside. We made the joke about the rims must be wider here, but these teams just shooting really well. And that's something you don't normally see in a game of this magnitude with this type of crowd, standing room only, sell out at the door. And these kids are coming here and performing at the best of their abilities.
Yeah, and really think about Brett Jones as being the savior for St. Augustine, because at one point they were ahead 20-16 over the Dons, and he had 16 points. He really kept his squad in the game, and they could really thank him as their offense got going in the second quarter as far as involving everybody.
The Saints in a 2-3 zone here to open up the second half of play. 2-3 matchup zone. The Dons in the white jerseys, red numbers, yellow trim. A block by Brenton Lamar on the Nick Prunty three-point attempt. Brent Jones now with the ball at the top right wing. The Saints in the purple jerseys with white numbering.
Unofficially, Brian, Brent Jones leads all scorers with 16 points in the first half.
And he's been relatively quiet, if you could say, in the last 6 minutes until now as he gets the wraparound bucket to fall. He's scored in every quarter so far for the Saints. 5-point St. Augustine lead.
Yeah, the Dons educational staff might ask you to leave for getting him hot once again.
Xavier Williams misfires on the three-pointer. Brenton Lamar the other way gets the roll. Nice shooter's touch there by Brenton Lamar.
Yeah, he had a strong 7-point second quarter, and he's still continuing to be hot here in the third with that first basket.
The Saints off to a quick start here in the second half. Michael Rosenberg for 3 from the baseline, no good, or rebounded by Trey Kell.
And sometimes the Dons get into this one-and-done shooting. They're not really hitting the boards very well like St. Augustine.
Trey Kell, nice pass to Jones down below, and Brenton Jones misses the closest shot attempt he's had all game long off the glass.
Yeah, but Xavier Williams was coming over. I think he would have blocked that shot if he went up off glass.
Williams going to come out of the game here as 3 new Dons check into the game. Williams called with the travel, disagreed with the call by the officials. And Coach Cunningham will talk to him over on the sideline.
Yeah, expect that this to be a short talk, and he'll be right back out on the court.
Trey Kell from the left wing now to Brent Jones and Nate Samaniego. The Dons back to that man-to-man defense they were playing for most of the first half. Three-pointer on the way. Lamar, no good. A rebound, Michelle.
Great defense by Rosenberg. Got a hand in Lamar's face to alter that shot.
Nice pass by Brandon Michelle down low. Reed Johnson. He's been going off glass every time, and it's gone in. That time he tried to just make the swish, and it didn't fall. Brenton Lamar the other way for the Saints. Blocked by Federico, and Niksha Federico's pushing the break the other way. Drew Madsen's going to be called with a foul. Thomas, on that take by Lamar right there, it looked like if he had just gone straight up on the left-hand side, he'd have the easy bucket. Instead, he tried to do a little wraparound finger roll on the other side and missed the scoop shot.
I think he anticipated the freshman Johnson coming over to help out on defense, and he, as you said, he made the shot more difficult than it actually needed to be because Johnson was not moving from his defensive stance.
It is a 7-point St. Augustine lead. Their largest lead of the game is 8. The Dons' largest lead is 4. Three-pointer Michelle, no good. And that was the situation, Thomas, you talked about it, the Dons not crashing the offensive glass. They had a couple players already running back to the defensive side rather than go after that rebound. So some flat-footed play there, a little bit uncharacteristic of the Dons.
Yeah, and Coach Cunningham is going to have to go over that on the next timeout in this game to tell his team, you got to crash the boards. Can't have too many one-and-dones against this stout Saint defense.
Strong take, Madsen, no good. Offensive rebound, St. Augustine. Trey Kell from 6 feet out misses the bucket, and the Dons get a board. They try to push it up the left side. Michelle for 3, got it from the wing.
His 14th point of the game with that 3, and man, he is lightning from the corner. And he really has the confidence as he got that pass and really put that shot up for the 3.
He's got 4 3-pointers on the game. It's a 4-point St. Augustine lead as Kell pulls up again. This time it falls. Nice basket by the junior guard, Trey Kell. He scored in all 3 quarters.
Yeah, he had 9 coming into this quarter, and that 11th point right there was a great move getting inside the paint for that little soft shot jumper.
Michelle thought about the 3 ball again. Nearly lost the handle. Federico now top of the key from way downtown. No good. Offensive rebound for the Dons.
Yeah, Parker Holland has done it really, has given that to the Dons tonight coming off the bench.
Now Parker Holland's going to take it strong to the basket and feed it off to Reed Johnson off glass. No good. Rebound St. Augustine.
Double dribble.
Double dribble by Brent Jones.
No.
Coach Hopton saying that Rosenberg hit that ball.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. No to, I think the coach has a bad read on that because Rosenberg did not touch number 4, Brent Jones, as he was trying to bring the ball up court. I think Jones anticipated the ball getting knocked out of his hands, but it was never touched.
So that's why the double dribble happened there. 43-37, 3:41 left to play, third quarter. Brandon Michelle trying to get it into Federico, but it was stolen away by Samaniego. Now stolen by the Dons. Federico with the layup.
Oh, great steal by Michelle, getting in the passing lane, and then when he grabbed the ball, immediately passed off to Federico, who put it off glass.
It is a 4-point game. The team's exchanging steals on that last possession. Blocked away by Williams as Brenton Lamar tried to take it strong on Xavier Williams. And another volleyball-type spike there.
Coming up in the spring, isn't it?
Sure is.
Yeah.
Eric Monroe, the freshman, will inbound the ball for the Saints. Gets it in. Beautiful pass to Lamar. Lamar misses the easy layup, but gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Kell. And the Saints, get another offensive rebound. The Dons steal it back, but then St. Augustine takes it back.
Wow, right now, every loose ball is going the Saints' way.
It's a little sloppy out there as well. Trey Kell with the turnaround jumper knocks it down. Kell has been very solid here in the second half. He's had 4 good looks. 3-pointer from deep by Prunty. What a response by the Dons.
Yeah, 2 threes in the game for Prente, and boy, they both come at key opportune times to get this team back in the game.
The Dons force another turnover here, and the officials are going to say that was touched by Michelle. He doesn't agree with the call, but St. Augustine will retain possession. The Dons going back to man-to-man defense here.
Yeah, that's a nice help out by the officials because number 21, Jack Drapp, just kind of threw that ball away.
St. Augustine looking to extend their 3-point lead. Trey Kell, right wing, being defended by Parker Holland. Nice pass to Drapp. Drapp with a strong take. Count the basket. Jack Drapp will go to the line to try to get a three-point play.
Yeah, but that play was all started by Trey Kell. Brought the defense towards him. Drapp immediately cut towards the basket. Great little soft lob. The catch Drapp in stride, and he went off glass as the defender coming over just could not help out for the foul.
Drapp can make it a 6-point St. Augustine lead. 2:04 left to play, third quarter. The free throw attempt does not draw rim, so that'll be a violation.
Don't see that too often.
2 minutes left to play, third quarter. 10 minutes left in the ball game. It's a 5-point St. Augustine lead. Michael Rosenberg being defended by Monroe. Prunty for another three ball. He got it. 3 threes on the game for Prunty.
Yeah, he was left wide open. Breakdown on the Saints defense there. Can't let Prunty alone like that, and he drained a three.
Top of the key. Now Monroe, right wing, being defended by Rosenberg. The Dons back to that man-to-man defense. Brent Jones for three. He hit it, but there was a foul away from the ball. Boy, Jones, the Dons dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, Jake Ryan getting called for an offensive foul right there, and man, those are the ones you hate because you make the three and it gets taken away off the board by a little too aggressive play there by Ryan.
Rosenberg swings it out to Prunty, who's been hot. Already got 2 3-pointers here this quarter. Strong take by Prunty over the left side, trying to tie the ball game up. There's going to be a foul on the ground here against St. Augustine. Are they going to say that's a shooting foul?
Yeah, foul on Ryan again. He came over a little bit too late as Prunty got the step advantage on Jones, was going towards the goal. Ryan tried to come over to help out defensively and tied him up for the foul.
Well, Prunty's got a chance to tie this game with both of these free throws. The lefty hits the first. That was beautiful there.
At 10 points now for Prunty, meeting his season average of 10 points per game.
1:08 left to play, third quarter. Prunty missed the free throw, nearly got his own rebound. Instead, it's taken by Britton Lamar. It's a 1-point St. Augustine lead. Just under a minute to play here in the third. Lamar thinking about three, instead gets it to Monroe. Monroe's going to get called. I thought they were going to get him with a walk there. Instead, they're going to get a foul away from the ball called against the Dons.
Yeah, it's a good call. Rosenberg was a little too aggressive trying to go through that pick and knock down Ryan. Just a little too aggressiveness on the Dons guard.
44 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 12-second differential between the shot and game clock. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. 34 now, just under 30 on the game clock. Bucket up, no good. Rebound, Federico. That was Jake Ryan missing the bucket. The Dons can hold it for the last shot. The shot clock is off. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. The Dons have trailed the entire third quarter. But they've got a chance to take the lead in this possession. Federico, strong take over the right-hand side. Gets his own offensive rebound. Still fighting for the board. Instead, the Saints get it. And the loose ball is going to end the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's St. Augustine 47, Cathedral Catholic 46. Folks, we've got a great one. You don't want to go anywhere. The fourth quarter coming up next.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter, and you can have access to thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Now we'll have live coverage of basketball from around the country in March as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign around California and beyond as we'll bring you action from one end of the country to the other. So join us in March for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Brian Vilvin and Thomas Conroy coming to you live from Cathedral Catholic High School in San Diego, California. It's the Western League opener for both of these squads. The Dons came into today's game 12-2 on the season. The Saints 8-2 on the season. And both teams among the top teams in San Diego. They'll be vying for a league championship. One of the other teams that figures to contend for that championship, the other top team in the section, Lincoln. Xavier Williams going strong the other way, and the Dons have the lead. Coast-to-coast take, and a strong finish by Williams. The Dons have their first lead in the second half. Nate Samaniego tries to respond. He takes it strong to the bucket and is fouled. So he'll go to the line to try to retake the lead for the Saints.
Yeah, and that was a big bucket by Xavier Williams because he had a scoreless third quarter. Got to get him hot here in this final stanza. They get the Dons back in this game and take a lead.
The senior who missed all of last year with an ACL injury hits the first free throw to tie the score.
You're fully reminded of that with the knee brace that he has on.
And he misses the second, so we're tied up. Our first tie in forever. 48-48 with 7.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Michael Rosenberg driving strong to the bucket, misses, but there's going to be a blocking foul called against St. Augustine.
Yeah, I think that might be called on number 4, Brent Jones.
Rosenberg will go to the line where he has not been yet today. Also hasn't scored a point yet for the Dons. Misses the first free throw.
Yeah, but he's been active defensively and really setting up his teammates with the assist. So sometimes you can hit other parts of the scoring column to get your team over the hump.
And he's been playing very good defense. Misses both free throws. 6 Dons have scored tonight and 6 Saints have scored.
Everything's even in between these two schools.
Including the score, 48-48. Not for long, 50-48 as Brenton Lamar hits the pull-up jumper from the free throw line.
Oh, great recognition by Lamar. Got the pass, immediately went to the basket, no moves on the defense.
Rosenberg loses the footing, or loses the handle on the ball off of his foot. Nice defense there by Samaniego. And the Saints look to extend their lead. It's a 2-point lead with 6:50 to play here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Holland. Holland with the finish, and we're tied again.
Great read by Holland in the passing lane. Got out in front of the ball, and boy, took it strong into the goal as he was the lone player for the Dons that could have made that basket. Great read.
Lamar, strong take over the right-hand side. Easy finish for Brenton Lamar.
He's starting to heat up now. 13 in the game for the talented senior.
Parker Holland left wing. Man-to-man defense for the Saints. Both teams mixing up the man-to-man in the zone. Samaniego's going to get called with the foul here, and Holland will go to the line. The first trip to the free throw line this evening for Parker Holland. He's got a chance to tie the score once again.
Yeah, Samaniego trying to play defense with his hands, and you're not going to win that battle as Parker went right on the baseline as he tried to slap it away.
The first free throw attempt off the mark. The Dons have made 1 out of their 5 free throw attempts here in the second half, which has been a difference. Holland misses that one, so they're 1 of 6 here in the second half. They were 2 of 2 in the first half. Ball stolen away by Rosenberg. Gets it off to Michelle. Michelle with the finish, and we're tied.
Great feed by Rosenberg to get Michelle underneath the basket all alone.
Brandon Michelle has now scored in every single quarter. The only player on either team who can say that. 16 points on the game for Brandon Michelle. 5:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Samaniego pull-up jumper from the baseline. Got it. He made that one look easy.
Yeah, moved away from the defender nicely. to take that short jumper on the baseline.
Holland now, left wing. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Brent Jones with the rebound.
Yeah, Holland forced that one. Ill-advised shot for the Dons.
Trey Kell. Dribbling all over the place, but then gets it out to Lamar. Now Kell's going to have a three-pointer uncontested from the wing, and he'll hit that all day. You got to get out there and get a hand in his face. Kell has now scored in all 4 quarters.
Yeah, no defense there to answer to Kell's three.
Michelle with the three ball, got it again.
Michelle didn't think that shot was going to go through, Brian, as he ran towards the basket thinking that was going to be a missed opportunity.
That is the 5th three-pointer for Brandon Michelle. 19 points on the game for Michelle. Timeout taken by St. Augustine. They've got a 2-point lead, 57-55 with 4:47 left to play in the 4th quarter.
Stay tuned for PlayOnSports.com postgame show where we will select our player of the game as well as have a live interview with that player. That's coming up following the game on your destination. For high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
Brian Vilvin and Thomas Conroy coming to you live from Cathedral Catholic High School, where the St. Augustine Saints have a 2-point edge over the Cathedral Catholic Dons, 57-55. 4:47 left to play in the contest. Thomas, this has a feeling like one of those games that's going to come right down to the wire.
Yeah,
whichever team has the ball last is going to win this one. Lamar, pull-up jumper off the mark. Williams, nice job knocking it out to Johnson.
Yeah, great reaction by Johnson to run after that rebound and get that ball.
Brandon Michelle now, right wing. Strong take and a finish.
Boy,
I'm not even sure what he did there with his arm, but that was pretty.
Boy, he went right over Lamar to get that layup. Great play offensively by Michelle.
4:05 left to play in the 4th quarter, and it's tied up. Brenton Lamar like to change that right now. Instead, his shot's off the mark, rebounded by Xavier Williams. Williams pushing it up the floor. Michelle now with the left hand. They say offensive foul, no bucket. And another foul on Michelle.
Yeah, third foul on Michelle, but boy, that could have went either way. Tough call for the official to read as that defender got underneath him. Maybe, did he get his foot set? We won't know. We'll have to go back and look on the replay on PlayOnSports.com. They find out, but boy, that's going to be a crucial call because it now gives Michelle his 3rd foul, and he has to be careful here. He does not want to pick up his 4th quickly.
Trey Kell, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. No good. Nice, strong offensive rebound by Madsen. Madsen had the ball blocked there, but it went out of bounds off of Cathedral Catholic. Nice board underneath. Somebody's got to get a body on the big fella, Drew Madsen.
Yeah, he plows himself right underneath that basket and almost got an opportunity. Here comes the steal.
The Dons nearly had a steal, and then Reed Johnson lost the handle on it. The official says jump ball. The Dons were trying to call for a timeout there, but instead they get a jump ball. Possession will belong with the Dons.
Very active defensively the Dons were on that last possession for Saints. Mike Hopp now I think had to work a little bit more on the perimeter now to kind of bring that defense out to allow Madsen to get some space underneath the basket.
Three-pointer from deep by Michelle. Got it! With a hand in his face, Brandon Michelle hits his 6th three-pointer of the game, and the Dons have the lead.
Yeah, one dribble shot. Nicely done.
St. Augustine looking to respond. Brent Jones would be the man to do it, and he misses the 3-ball off the back of the backboard. That one looked good from here.
And now Saints is coming in and getting one and done on the offensive end as their rebounding prowess now is lacking here late in the game.
A 3-point Dons lead, their largest lead since the 1st quarter. 2:45 left to play in the game. This is a huge possession for Cathedral Catholic. Xavier Williams with a nice take and a finish with the right hand.
Sweet move around the defender to put it softly off glass.
5 points is the largest lead of the game for the Dons. They picked the right time to do it. 2:25 left to play. St. Augustine needs to have a good possession here, and Coach Hopp realizes that. He's going to call a timeout. Talk to the fellas. Just a 30 for St. Augustine. We'll keep it right here, Thomas. What a change of events. In the last minute and a half of basketball, all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and the Dons are up by 5. They trailed by 4 points just a moment ago. But a couple of huge three-pointers by Brandon Michelle, including that last one with a hand in his face, and a very strong finish coast to coast by Xavier Williams with that right hand.
Yeah, 2 star players had to come up big for their team, and they did. And right now for Saints is they gotta get a good shot here offensively and really crash the boards because the Dons right now have done an excellent job now to kind of to get inside and get some key defensive rebounds to keep them at one shot and then moving offensively down court.
Well, you know the game's coming down to the wire when the standing room only crowd is filling in even more, and there's no line at the snack bar. The snack bar line's been about 50 deep all game long, but everybody wants to see this finale.
That's the easiest job in the place tonight.
2:15 left to play. Three-pointer no good by Kell. Great offensive board by Lamar. And then a foul on Brandon Michelle.
Boy, it could have went either way. That's his 4th foul if it's on Michelle. And right now Cunningham is going to have a big decision here on whether or not to take him out of the game.
I believe they called that foul on Michael Rosenberg as the 5 is flashing up on the board.
Nice call by the official.
St. Augustine gets the ball inbounds. They've got to have a good possession here. 35-second clock shows 30. 2:04 left on the game clock. Samaniego nearly lost the handle on it as Xavier Williams jumped in front of the pass. Williams had his sights set on a monster dunk the other way, but he lost the handle as it went out of bounds, trying to make the steal.
And Samaniego telegraphed that pass, so that was going to be an easy steal for Williams.
Samaniego thinking about a 3-ball. It would be a huge one for the Saints. Instead, he's going to dribble the baseline. Pull-up jumper, no good. Offensive rebound again, Drew Madsen. Madsen to Kell. Kell off the mark. Offensive rebound, Lamar. Count the basket. Whew. Federico gets called with the foul, and Brenton Lamar with another offensive board and a putback. That was a huge, huge offensive rebound and finish for the Saints.
Yeah, they gave him 3 opportunities. Dons could not come up with a defensive rebound. More importantly, Lamar closed it with a bucket and got the 3-point play.
Misses the free throw, but it looks like it may have been last touched by the Dons. The officials will say St. Augustine ball.
A little too aggressive there. It looked like the freshman Reed Johnson lost the handle of that basketball. And Parker Holland coming back in now for Cathedral Catholic as the freshman Johnson will leave the game.
Samaniego inbounds the ball to Kell. Jones to tie it, no good, off the mark. Rebound Rosenberg. Strong board by Michael Rosenberg, and that was a big one. 1:30 to play here in the 4th quarter.
That could be the biggest rebound in the game for Cathedral Catholic.
The Saints had the look they wanted with Brent Jones, and it was a good attempt as well. It just didn't fall. 3-point Dons lead. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Williams with a strong take, and he's going to go to the line. Trey Kell tried to take the charge there, and that was one of those looked almost 50-50 whether the officials were going to call it offensive or not. Instead, Williams finds himself at the free throw line where he has not attempted a free throw all game.
Yeah, he came over from the weak side a little bit late there as Williams was coming towards the basket.
The first free throw off the mark. 1:06 left to play here in the contest.
Excuse me, Brian, those missed free throws are really haunting the Dons right now as they have a 3-point lead. It could be further extended if they just made their free throws.
Williams' second attempt is perfect. It's a 2-possession Dons lead. 4 points, 63-59 with 1 minute to play here in the 4th quarter. Samaniego pull-up jumper, no good, off the mark, but another offensive rebound by Saints. Lamar goes up strong and he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Federico's got to be careful or else he's going to get called for a tech. But another offensive rebound for the Saints. They've been dominating the offensive glass.
Oh, Brent Jones with a great hustle rebound. Got it back to his star player in Lamar. And, boy, Federico still talking to the referee. You better watch it.
The first free throw up and good by Brenton Lamar. 50 seconds left in the game. The second free throw is good. Lamar has hit 4 out of 5 tonight. Full court pressure being applied by the Saints. 15 seconds between the game and shot clock. The Dons nearly threw that one away. Federico in the corner thought about a three. Now Williams tried a strong take and another blocking foul called against the Saints. 32 seconds left on the game clock. Williams will go to the line for a pair.
And the way they're shooting free throws, it's not that bad to put them on the foul line. So not a bad foul here by Lamar.
He can make it a 4-point game if he hits both free throws. And he hits the first. Clutch free throw by the senior Xavier Williams. His second free throw is perfect. The Dons have a 4-point lead. Coach Hawk wants to talk about this one. 32 seconds left. Cathedral Catholic extends their lead to 4 points. The Saints will have the ball. Got to come down and get a quick bucket and then foul.
Yeah.
So is your idea here to go down and get a quick two, try to get a layup of some sort, or are you going to try to get the ball in the hot hand of Brent Jones, try to get that 3 ball and make it a 1-point game?
No, I would still go for the 2. I think it's the smart play and let your defense, and then really for me is you start fouling and put the Dons on the foul line and force them to make their free throws. If they do it, they're going to win this basketball game. If they don't, Saints has an opportunity.
32.2 left to play in the fourth quarter. Cathedral Catholic leading St. Augustine. The Saints would love to come into Cathedral's home floor and take away the first league game. We've talked about that Western League with Lincoln, Cathedral, and St. Augustine. The top 3 teams. They're also the top 3 teams in the San Diego section. So you got the section's 3 best teams all in the same league. This first game is a huge one.
Yeah, you want to get one up on your opponents. As we said, this is a crucial, whoever wins this game is going to have such a huge advantage going through the league.
The Saints nearly turned over the inbound. Instead, they get it across midcourt. Drew Madsen down low, strong take, no good, but he's fouled.
Yeah, really went strong in the basket. It kind of hung on the rim for him. Just didn't get the roll, but I like the play. They broke the press nicely there, the Saints, and initially didn't look that way as Brent Jones made a little bit of a weak pass to Samaniego, but he gained control of it and then broke the press.
These are big free throws by Madsen. In and out, misses the first one. He's got to hit this one for the Saints. 23.7 seconds left. The second free throw is good. That was a big one by Madsen there. The Dons inbound the ball. St. Augustine still hasn't fouled. 5 seconds have gone off the clock. Rosenberg with the ball, nearly walked. 3-point Cathedral Catholic lead, 16 seconds left now. Almost 10 seconds went off the clock there before the Saints got a foul.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the referee helped them out because they're talking about Cathedral because he didn't get touched until after he walked. And that, you know, sometimes you got to call the game and not what you think is going to happen.
Rosenberg hits the first free throw. He had already missed a couple earlier, so hits the front end of the bonus, a huge one, making it a 4-point game.
But if I was Coach Cunningham, I would move my defense away, sacrifice the rebound here of a missed shot just to get set up defensively.
Hits both free throws, huge free throws. Now St. Augustine's got to think about 3. Samaniego, strong take and a finish. Nice take by Nate Samaniego. And Coach Hop, knowing that the clock continues to run after a made bucket for 5 seconds in high school basketball. So he calls a timeout to get that clock stopped. It's a 3-point Cathedral Catholic advantage, but a huge bucket by Samaniego. Only 8 seconds went off the clock for St. Augustine, and they got 2 points.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps him to set up defensively to make this inbounds awfully tough. It's a smart timeout by Coach Hop because you don't want to give him an easy opportunity, and especially at the tail end of games. Kids, players at any level kind of get lost in whether to press or not, and it could be an easy inbounds for the Dons down court. This way you get set up and really force him now to make a picture-perfect pass to get the ball in the game.
8 seconds left. St. Augustine going to try to steal this inbound ball. You're going to see 5 players in purple jerseys running harder than they've ever run in their lives right now, trying to blanket the 4 players on the court for Cathedral Catholic.
Boy, you were talking at the beginning of the quarter. The Dons were 1 out of 6 free throw-wise, Brian. 5 out of 5 here at the tail end. Unbelievable. Nicely done by this squad to maintain this lead.
Couple of big ones by Williams and Rosenberg. Xavier Williams gets it inbound. It's to Brandon Michelle, who's fouled immediately. Nice job by Lamar to foul Michelle with only 1 second taken off of the clock. But Michelle, it's still the bonus, so he's got to hit the front end here. He has not attempted a free throw yet today. He has 24 points on the game, including 6 3-pointers. So we know he can shoot. Let's see if he can hit a big free throw here with 7 seconds.
Holland, one of the leading rebounders tonight for Cathedral, comes back into the game. And really, when they were struggling at getting any rebounds, he really came through, the senior 6'3" guard forward, who's done a nice job.
Michelle misses the free throw, so it's a 3-point game. Britton Lamar is going to have a shot at it. Instead gets it to Madsen. 3-pointer on the way. No good. The rebound is going to run out the clock. The Saints had a shot for the tie, and it didn't fall. Cathedral Catholic will win Game 1 in Western League play.
Boy, Lamar probably sent it to the guy he probably did not want to see beyond the 3 line, and Drew Madsen, as it just kind of fell short. But great reaction there by the Dons defense. Collapse on Lamar, making the shot tough for him, and then force him to throw it back outside. He was the one guy you did not want to see to try that game-tying shot. So give credit all to the Cathedral Dons as they eke out this win. Nicely done.
The Dons move to 13-2 on the season, while the Saints drop to 8-3. Brian Vilvin and Thomas Conroy, we will discuss it here, figure out who our player of the game is, and then we'll have a live interview with that player coming up in just a moment with the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. So folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments with that postgame wrap-up. Once again, the Dons of Cathedral Catholic defeat the St. Augustine Saints 67-64 on PlayOnSports.com's coverage of San Diego section basketball.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP. We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the PlayOnSports.com post-game show. I'm standing here with our player of the game, Brandon Michelle of the Cathedral Catholic Dons. The Dons a 67-64 winner over their arch rival, the St. Augustine Saints. Brandon with 24 points, 10 of those in the fourth quarter. And Brandon, first of all, you've played in a number of these Cathedral Saints games. How does this one measure up?
Well, it's definitely a big win, you know. We have our goal of winning league, and we know that Saints is always going to be an obstacle. So to get this, I mean, it just starts us off on a great step. So great win.
Well, you guys trailed for a lot of the game. It was back and forth, but then St. Augustine opened up a lead as big as 9 points there in the third quarter. You guys came back and took the lead for good there in the fourth quarter. 2 huge three-pointers by you in that fourth quarter. One of them with Brent Lamar's hand right in your face. What was going through your mind when you pulled up from 8 feet behind the three-point line and just drilled it?
I was feeling a little confident, you know. I mean, I'd hit a couple earlier, so I knew we needed a spark, and man, everyone was doing great on offense, so I just thought I'd help out a little bit, I guess.
Well, this is a Dons team. You guys are very deep. Any given night, it can be, you know, somebody coming up with a 25-point performance.
Absolutely.
Tonight it happened to be you with the 24 points. But is that something that helps with you getting open looks, the fact that there are so many good players on this team?
Absolutely. I mean, we have so many great shooters and penetrators so, I mean, it opens so many things up for everyone. And like you said, each and every night it can be anyone who explodes for 20 or 30. So it helps that we have so many great scorers on the team and we're so deep that, I mean, everyone's a threat. So it helps a lot.
Well, you talked a little bit about the fact that this is the first league game for you guys.
Yeah.
Had to get a 1-0 start in league play. How tough is it to be playing against your big rival at home? You guys aren't even back in school yet, and all of a sudden you had to start league play in this kind of atmosphere. This was a big win for you guys.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the new year, I'll tell you that.
Well, congratulations once again to Brandon Michelle, our player of the game, and the Cathedral Catholic Dons on a big victory over the St. Augustine Saints. We'll be back with the rest of the PlayOnSports.com postgame show in just a moment, folks. Don't go anywhere.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream.
Camera 3.
Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the PlayOnSports.com postgame show. I'm Brian Vilvin with Thomas Conroy on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And Thomas, we just saw the Cathedral Catholic Dons come from behind to beat the St. Augustine Saints 67-64 in one of the best environments that you're going to find in high school basketball anywhere in San Diego. And in one of the toughest leagues you're going to find as well.
Yeah, SRO crowd here tonight to watch the opening of league play here. And two rivals going after one another. And, boy, it came down to the last second like we predicted in our pregame. And it held true. As Brandon Michelle came up here, he was saying, this is too close this early in the season.
Well, it was a huge game for both of these sides. St. Augustine finds himself in an 0-1 hole in Western League play. A Western League with St. Augustine and Cathedral Catholic as well as Lincoln, all of them vying for that league title. So a tough hole that the Saints are going to have to dig themselves out of.
Yeah, and this is going to be a crushing loss because they went into the fourth quarter, even though it was a 1-point lead, they had the lead and, they gave it away. And really what their strength was for three quarters was their weakness in the fourth was the rebounding. And they just did not take away the Dons from getting second chances, and that hurt them. And timely free throw shooting by Cathedral Catholic started out the fourth quarter 1 for 6, ended it 5 for 5, and that really what won them the basketball game.
Well, one of the big factors for the Dons was the play of senior guard Brandon Michelle with 24 points, 10 of those in the fourth quarter, 6 3-pointers, including one with a hand right in his face there toward the end of the game, and that was a huge difference for the Dons, their ability to score and score late.
Yeah, and really their stars came out to play in that final stanza. As you said, 10 points for Michelle, and Xavier Williams had an exceptional final stanza as he had 8 points in the final quarter. And those two guys, they're top players and really came to shine in the fourth quarter when they needed it.
Well, we talk about how even these two teams are. St. Augustine had 7 guys score. Cathedral Catholic had 7 guys score. And one of the guys we talked about who hadn't scored yet but was doing a lot offensively and defensively, Michael Rosenberg, hit 2 huge free throws there at the end of the game that proved to be the difference for the Dons.
Yeah, and he was a shutdown defender on Lamar in that fourth quarter. Really made it tough for him to get his shot, kind of get open for his shot. So he really played well defensively and just an all-around effort. And boy, those are the type of efforts you're going to need here. And I can't wait for this rematch because it's going to be exciting as this one was tonight.
And we will be covering that rematch here on Play On Sports as well. later on this season. Folks, if you're a fan of high school hoops, PlayOnSports.com is your destination for all things basketball. Check our broadcast schedule page for all of the upcoming games right here on PlayOnSports.com. We've got a ton of action here in the state of California over the next few weeks, so make sure you check that broadcast schedule page. For our videographer, Daryl Maison, our producer, Finn Prendergast, and my partner, Thomas Conroy, I'm Brian Vilvin saying so long from Cathedral Catholic High School, where the Dons defeated the St. Augustine Saints 67-64. Have a good night, folks. We'll be back next week with more action here on PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.